That should help.
As if I wasn't slippery enough already.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
How I wish I had this back in Dark Reef.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Back in Dark Reef.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Clear cutting!
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Clear cutting!
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is falling. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is
They don't want that.
Radiant's top tower is
They don't want that.
Radiant's top tower is
Whoa.
That they have. I'm just disappointed. You know, I tweeted out earlier if we'd be seeing the techies today, and I can't fault IG for banning it out. At the same time, you would have liked to see it one last time from SinQ. It doesn't
think
look like
this-
we'll ever get that chance.
It's not the last time we're gonna see it, John.
No, but I think it will stay banned. I just think it's been it's been so traumatic that you'll never let it through. You know, it's just, once is enough. You know, you just don't want it. And it's still a strength for you know, forcing that in the bans gives them a slight opening under drafting, just more options for them. But yeah, maybe if there's a game number 4, IG, I don't think they'll ever stop banning it though. That's the thing. It's like, I know. No, you can't.
Though. It just changes the whole game. You're not playing Dota anymore when
seconds to
that hero is there.
No,
Like you've been practicing Dota like your whole life, and one hero pick breaks the whole thing you've been practicing for. It's just,
oh yeah.
It's not worth it. Just ban it out and give yourself a chance to try and win the game. Still, bottom down. It's probably not going to be much of a contest if Firefly. He shows himself for a second, but it's not going to be too smart
The
to try and
battle
contest.
begins.
And it should be a 2-for-2 anyways. IG have secured both the top bounty runes. And I was about to ask whether we would start off with the tri-lane up that top lane with the Tusk. Ollie was around the area, but he'll just take a bounty and he's actually going to hang out mid for a bit. It's a nice observable for Emo, and eventually just TP back down to the bot lane. So they're just going to run standard lanes, not doing anything strange too early on with this task.
Yeah, it's really solid lanes as well. Mentioned the Jug Shadow Demon combination, but if they do get a good disruption off onto, say, Fate Beyond early, they've got a lot of opportunities to find kills. And Fate Beyond, this is one of the clockwork matchups that can be dicey. You've got to watch your spacing. Cogs can be detrimental because of that spin fly he has. Now, if you catch him while the spin's down, you can make work happen, but it's a risky run. SinQ can make use of the cogs himself. Just worry about that spin, and that does mean it's going to be a slower start for EHOME down bot. Of course, that does mean you might have opportunities for SinQ to leave the lane and help down mid, where you do have nothing to say up against Emo. The Kunkka Ember Spirit matchup, this one we've seen a couple of times. There are some ways for nothing to say to dance around it, but Emo shouldn't be losing out on too much. It's a solid lane for the Kunkka. Just play around with the Tidebringer and try to find that farm. Nothing to say already forced the salve up, but they're keeping even on the farm so far. It's really going to be down to around the power rune timing. It's not as important for Emo, but nothing to say on the Ember, of course, will want to maintain control there, and that's probably when you'd see SinQ contribute in that mid lane down the line.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to say, it's definitely going to want it. The amount of harass you're going to take from the Tidebringer from Emo, eventually going to add up to the point where that bottle, it's going to be empty, and right now he doesn't even have it. Of course, he's still just trying to farm it up. But we'll look at that. We'll look back at this mid lane later on. Top lane, Sylar going to be up against JT and Karka. Karka does come in for a tag team, but Sylar can blink strike away. Nice hit out from JT, but Sylar can just blink the other way. He'll be just fine. It's another beauty of the rookie, because it kind of makes it so the Tusk can't dominate the lane.
Yeah, it absolutely can't. It's trickier. Yeah, at the level 2 mark, at least, Kaka can perhaps play with the Swords or the Snowball if they want to, but the uptime of Blink Strike is just pretty ridiculous. It charges up fairly quick, and that just means there's so much room for Saba to dip out. Now, his initial farm, though, isn't quite up there. You know, you're seeing him at a bit of a deficit compared to Fly, or he is forced to play a bit safer. At the same time, he's not completely shut out, and we've seen Sylar in that kind of situation before. On to Ricky, if he hits the level spark at a good time, they can just play aggressive for the fly.
Oh, he's being swung, but the spear is going to land. Karka, he's stunned up. He'll keep trying after Wine. This could be the first one, though. No, Ollie gets the first blood down a bot lane onto SinQ. Wine will end up dying regardless of the Grimstroke top lane. ID starting off with the 2 lead. So,
They're really starting to apply that domination on the lanes. And this is what they'd want. They need to prevent EHOME from getting off into that rolling start. This draft of theirs is starting to look a lot better in this initial phase. They need to not relent though. They need to maintain that momentum, continuously pressure Siler. If the Ricky does drop off, if it doesn't hit that stride with the timing on the right hands into the defusal down the line, you're not going to be finding as much press from the Ricky, and it gets tricky to flash farm up.
That's not to say, gonna cop the X into a turn, and now Ollie is coming in with Parker and the tap team. Gonna get very easy to take down the Ember. The great rotation now again from IG and Parker, already having so much influence in this game on this task. Could be a matter of whether he keeps this.
Yeah, it's again really important for them to keep getting that mid down. They know nothing to say. He is just looking to hit 6, looking to start making his rotations as, again, they start to control bot.
Right. He's being spun on. Ollie trying to go for the disruption, but won't be able to really reach. And the self cancellation, no. Quite get it, but a nice attempt there on Faith. This is allowing Fly farm very nicely in the jug, mind you. Faith has not been able to pressure it too much. They'll try now, but Ollie will have the defense disruption. That'll make it so EHOME, while they do claim the bounty runes, can't really apply much damage to this jump. Fly, he really should be able to farm up quite nicely here. This game number 3. I think you're going to try and he gets the healing foot, and actually does not get the large creep. Farfall was a bit too slow. Yeah, Fly he does fine.
Yeah, he's off to a really good start in terms of farm so far. You do see Siler keeping up pace, surprisingly, considering how much tougher Siler's lane is up top. He's keeping up in that work at least, and that's something that should give IG some food for thought. They've got to be careful giving Siler lane. Still depend on how Siler itemizes. And of course, once he hits that 6 mark on the jug, he's going to be able to force him for early fights, although mid...
Q, Tarum going to connect and aim, but the bump. Q has no way to this one. Will go down and he'll damn wants to keep going. He does not have snowball, but he has shot, and he will land it perfectly into one. And this could be the 5th kill of the game, as it will be. Why does go down, now nothing to say. Gonna try and trade by taking Ollie, but a great turn out from Emo is gonna stop any of that from happening.
Radiant's top tower
Just
is under attack.
can't commit. IG 5-0 at the 6.5 minute mark.
Yeah, this is just such a great start for them, in stark contrast to how their past games went. They've got that domineering start. They've been able to emo in this mid lane matchup, and he's now top of net worth at the 6-minute mark. As soon as this Kunkka starts ramping up, Emo can start playing how he wants. Start setting that pace for IG, buying the space out for them to continue to farm up the Fly. And if EHOME's not careful, they're gonna lose out a lot, as their lanes aren't going as well this time around. Fate Beyond is falling behind on the off. Nothing says off to a slower start in mid. And the only real lane to go well is Siler's farm. So the Ricky's gonna have to really make most of this level 6 spike and really start to build up a bit quicker.
You're gonna be there, but do you have a damage? He should be just fine. In fact, looking around onto Ollie, waiting Q to follow, but Ollie, he's trying, but the trade gonna be on fire. Still not finished with the Shadow Demon, but Q can try and finish it off and done. But here comes Emo with the X and the turn. He does catch out Q, but Faith Beyond now is connecting. Siler, he has the dust up. He needs to be a bit cautious here. Fly even in on the jump, but Siler, he'll blink out of there. Now the arena being dropped. IG really committing the great spirit of Faith Beyond. They will get another 2 for their trouble, and they only lose the position 5 Shadow Demon.
Yeah, it's a really big win for IG. Surprised that Fly joined so early. He does have the Omni. You've got to be careful here from EHOME. They're going to try to defend, but they're not stopping.
Won't connect. Salah is just guarding out here. Being not going to land on the Grim's.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
EHOME gonna have to go into a defensive position for a bit, as IG do take a 2k net worth lead. It's great news for IG thus far. Emo just gonna take that down bottom, just a free lane for himself. And this is the kind of Emo you love to see. take the top of the net worth board. He's been pretty involved in 4 out of the 7 kills already, and this keeps up. IG, they're on their way to a first game victory in best of 5.
Yeah, they're setting themselves up well from this laning phase. It's going to be a while for EHOME to catch up. They're not too far behind. It's a 1k deficit so far, but that momentum is most certainly in IG's favor, because they do have really good control in their jungle. They can start farming up the stacks they've built for themselves as well. And EHOME, and they've got the Mirana to try scouting ground. They've got Nothing Stay, who could opt for early rotations. It's just that they don't have the items to play with. So IG, they keep controlling this game. Again, there's not going to be too much room for EHOME to breed. They've got to keep that pace up. We haven't seen Fly commit that first Omni. He's been more than happy just farming up. Does have 1k in the bank. And can start to apply pressure in the tower. They are going to make their way up top once more.
Silent, he's the target. If they can get the disruption off, either. JT tries for the blind spear, but it does not work out.
Tower is under attack.
About that time, the 10-minute mark, it's time to make that T1 tower push up at that top lane. EHOME, they don't really have the greatest push potential, but they can try to at least chip away at this bottom T1 tower. And it seems that that's what they're going to try and do.
Is under attack.
Faith Beyond just clearing up the creep wave, and Silent comes in and takes a few last hits for himself.
Dire's top tower is under
Now
attack.
eventually just going to rotate in and
Dire's
start
structures
hitting
are
away on that
fortified.
T1. Sky is starting to work towards that diffusal kill on that rookie. Once that diffusal's
Radiant's
up,
bottom tower
he
is
becomes a
under
bit of a
attack.
problem. And while he's doing that, I
to say?
Lifeline is going for a Melch, but mid lane,
Dire's
nothing
top
to say.
tower is under attack.
Does go down to Emo on the Kunk.
Yeah, and it's that control they have. You know, with the
Dire's
Tusk,
top
with the
tower
Kunkka,
is
you've got the Axe, you've got the Snowball, you've got
Dire's
all
middle
the tools in the
tower
world
is
to
under
keep that Ember Spirit down, and that's what say is just off to a terribly slow
Shot
start.
in,
Hold on.
Faith Beyond, on the Kunk. Emo's in trouble with the Swarm, but a great snowball save. They're going straight into the T1 for Emo. He's alive. Now the arena round from JT. Trapping in Faith Beyond. No spear yet, but there it is. Right into the ledge, and good. Here comes the Emperor. Back off Emo. They do get the Kunk now, but the boat didn't come out beforehand. They'll go for the team fight anyway. Q trying to get out, but he does not have leap charges. Still the Soul Bind, keeping him safe with the snowball. He's going to be there, and that will be enough. Now the Omni on Sylar will be duked up by the tricks of the trade, and Sylar will continue chasing down. Meanwhile, the Snake does die again on the Ember. He just respawned. He'll go back to the grave. Does at least get another on the Ricky, but it is definitely a better trade for IG.
Yeah, and you can see the effect of them starting to come together. They've got this really early aggressive draft. Fly has managed to commit the Omni, not the best use. They still find the bigger trade as they do maintain that lead, 11-3, and if they keep up this pace once more, EHOME just won't
Dire's
find some
middle
room. I
tower
love
is
the
under
build-up for
attack.
Fly as well. He's opting for
Especially if they have a double damage through an active by the time he does the blink up.
Get on.
On the back foot at the moment, just waiting on that diffusal from Sylar. Sylar is still the saving grace of EHOME at the moment with his almost at 6k. Still fails in comparison to Emo's far the Conquer. And Emo does go for the standard build-up he enjoys, the armlet into the Orchid. Usually you see other players go for the Orchid first and Conquer these days, but he does prefer to go for that added bit of damage and tank in that armlet. I can't quite blame him, it does allow for some outplays to
Dire's
happen.
middle tower is under
There
attack.
might be.
Dire's
They have to
structures
start
are
pressuring
fortified.
on mid tower, and I don't believe EHOME can really afford to just let this go down for free. same time, can you really defend this?
No, they just don't have anything ready. Yeah, if they commit, they know they're going to be run down. The control is great from IG. And again, there goes that free tier 1, but they Moonlight Shadow now.
It's a lot of damage from that Timebringer on Xingqiu. As the hook shot lined up, a creep was going to interrupt him.
Radiant's
Now
bottom tower
Xingqiu
is
showing
under
himself,
attack.
so IG, they want to try and take this fight if they can. EHOME not going to find an X opportunity on anyone. Is being stalked here by Olive. Just fine on the Ember.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's that thing coming out on JT now on Mars, so you have some great initiation apart from that Kunkka.
Radiant's
And IG, they
bottom
just seem
tower is
satisfied
under
with
attack.
taking over the jungle for now.
Dire's top
With
tower
my
is under
side.
attack.
The EHOME, he might have to be a little cautious. He's by himself at the moment and surrounded. Bookshot gonna be there from Fane. Fane's also there. EHOME has Kaka running in to try and pop into tanky target. Goes up the phone now. In fact, the rest of the team is here. They do kill off Bates beyond Xingqiu. The Ink Snowball will leap away. Now Sylar jumping in with the Ink Small Smoke Screen, but he is by himself. He does get the arena wasted, jumping back out of the team fight. They're just kiting around IND, but is it gonna be enough? Sylar has been jumped. He but blinks
Turret
up.
has been killed.
He's still on the chase. Has speed back up. May just have to set off Y on the Grimstroke, and it looks like that is the plan. On and just TP's up, and he does not speed. He's going to be there in time. They will end up killing off 2 once again on IG, and I'm pretty sure they lost nobody. And that is the case.
Yeah, it's again a big win for IG. They maintain this aggressive lead. EHOME, they're not finding openings. They're forced to jump Emo. He's a bit too tanky, and there aren't too many viable targets right now. The Jug is tanky as well, and with the spin, it's hard to go for. JT is, I mean, it's the Mars. It speaks for itself. So I get EHOME trying to be aggressive. It's just not the targets they want here.
Spear gonna be here on to the Ricky. That's a big target. Sylar will drop the smoke screen, blink strike up, off the dust. You know exactly where it is. The shot's gonna be a bit off target. Sylar, he had an extra charge of blink anyway. And he also has the diffusal blade now available.
Radiant's bottom tower
IG should
is
not
under
know about
attack.
this, so Firefly could be in trouble. The Bookshot will and with the smoke screen. AT, he gets Spear off. It is going to connect onto that Ricky. Now they'll turn back around onto Sylar. JT, Arena is going to be at 8, and Sylar both trapped in a Kaka. Going to come in on the task. Sylar jumps out with the disruption, the Omni. But it won't matter. They get the Spear into the shards and kill him. But now they should also go down, and they do have the control.
Dire structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Firefly, the worst case scenario for IG there was you kind of just wasted an Omni, but apart from that, they got 2 pretty big pickoffs. They're looking very healthy in this game number 3, holding to a 4K net worth lead. The rest of EHOME just playing catch-up, like nothing to say. His net worth's not looking too bad, but he doesn't really have much damage yet. On top lane, they jump in again. JT, he stuck around. They were not dissuaded by the previous engagement. Do at least get a Mars kill. Even though the Ricky did just die, he's still a very, very dangerous kind of call with the diffuser straight up. But mid lane, nothing to say. Okay, he jumped on with that torrent now, the X and the snowball. Walrus punch. The boat's gonna be duked out with the Yules, but they get the purge off. Fade beyond hooking in. Kaka will go down. They actually do protect, nothing to say on that Ember. He used absolutely everything he had to survive that, but now the X back onto the clockwork with the Orchid. Not gonna be enough to burst him down. Fade have his own Orchid to abuse. May go for a quick smoke straight after. They will. I just get Ollie here. You'd rather get Firefly or the Junk, who be in a very unsafe spot, and he will be. There's Silas the next one. He gets a spin off in time. Good reaction speed from Firefly, but he has no TP. But EHOME, they give it up. They went for Ollie first. Q trying to get an arrow off, but didn't bother. It continued. They have vision. Fade beyond. Great hook shot in. Does catch up the jug. The arena has been dropped. He needs some help. The snowball is going to save that juggernaut. Maybe getting a bit too excited there on the clock. The rest of the team not really willing to jump after it. So now IG back at the side of EHOME. They're not funny. Emo does get the X and the torrent in onto that runner, and with the orchid, there's no way out. Think will go down. No, I think they might have time. They had delaying it long enough for that hook shot to be back up. Yeah, here we go. Yule's up. He has been asked, but a nice hero from JT, and wow, just gets bursted. That's a lot of damage. G. Go back in for that Roshan attempt. Silent gonna jump now onto the task. Kaka, he'll survive for now. But Soulbite is gonna be with the silences, and now they're grouped up underneath the smoke screen. Firefly trying to take the gap. Already used that Omni Flash. Great speed out onto the ridge, and that means Sila's gone. Fade just needs to make a run for it. Continuing to scout out that Roshan, as I do believe EHOME are going to have to try for the steal. Go back in, Firefly will get stuck.
On this brigantine.
Fade backing off, perhaps assuming that Roshan isn't being done, but he's going to be out of range. He wanted to try for the steal, and he doesn't even have the hook, but anyway, it's a guaranteed Roshan going the way of IG. Aegis the Firefly. IG is full of great John. They're maintaining that net worth lead. They've got an Aegis, and it's 20-6.
Vanish.
Gets spotted, but the rest of his team's right behind him. With the arrow of faith, he's going to be in trouble for this. JT commits the arena, trapping in nothing to say. Faith beyond, going to go down to Emo on the Kulka, but he Tyler jumping on the Kulka with the disruption. Going to save the day for now. Just the trade there with the double chains out, and EHOME suddenly getting some pickoffs. Firefly's lost the Aegis. He does not have Omni for an up 20. They jump back in with Soulbite. Ollie easily going to die, and Sila, he's got the smoke screen again. That jumps in huge drop when he's gone. A 4-for-1 trade for EHOME. And that's the kind of team fight that really starts to turn this game around for EHOME, John. They lost a lot of net worth on IG. They will. Go ahead is there. That should be over. And look at Faith. He's really struggled with farm on that clockwork. He's basically a support clock now. Sync is just got more net worth, and even the Grimstrokes are higher level. Why finding more XP than Faith beyond this game? The beauty of the clock, it can still be very effective even with low net worth. YG, what's the game plan now? They're gonna smoke up again. Not letting up on this aggression. Into the jungle. Q and Sala were there, but they're starting to back off. Q may still get caught. Emo is able to get the X off. That should be Sync just going down as though he's going to be nearby. Does die. The IG might get started on this tier 2 top tower.
Dire structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Manta and Sylar. Firefly trying to finish off that Mjolnir, the Jug. Doing great in terms of net worth from this Jug. You have a couple BKBs flying in now. JT getting his own, and you also have a BKB now on the Emo.
Tower is under attack.
So a lot more confident in the next team fight. He's seeing that very, very soon as RG definitely want to go for some BKB reveals if they can.
Vanish.
You draw a circle. Circle exactly around where EHOME are. With Lush Shadow, they are going to make their way out. At least trying to rush for Y on the Grimstroke, but he's not going to be able to get that. Well, Faith does actually take the bounty rune away from Sylar. They didn't really have protection for him, so he just walked out of there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, you could argue both teams do, right? Like, the Jug doesn't too badly in the late game. Especially once you get that Ags up. That Swift Slash could be very, very problematic. The opposing team, but EHOME, they've smoked up now. Radiant jungle. They'll loop out to mid. T1 mid tower still standing, and it makes it a little bit difficult to navigate with this smoke, but they're going to place a quick observable down behind the T1. Might be about that time where they're going to try and take the objective in that mid lane. It's not going to be very easy, as IG haven't exactly lost any heroes as of late, and are still looking pretty strong themselves. High bot lane with the stage creep coming in. Go for the easier pick from that tier 2 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Allies disappear.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They do. AT's going to be a little bit cautious. Rocket Flare. Oh, they thought he was walking in because they had the vision of that ward, but TT does avoid a quick hook shot now from AT on. IG going back to that jungle of the time. still in it worth it here for IG. It's anyone's game. Nothing to say. May get caught. Kaka will not be able to get him in time. He remnants out. Go to plus save. Go to plus is actually 70% of IG at the moment.
Under attack. Dyer's top
I
tower
don't
is under attack.
IG looking. They do loop back into the mid lane. Emo.
Radiant's middle tower is
That's
under
what I have
attack.
to say. Who does have in now? Fake hook shot in with Cogs push into the aggro, but the snowball is going to stay from Kaka. Now JT with the arena will take down the smoke straight away. Now they're going to nothing to say with the torrent and the silence. Smoke screen, it is helping, but is it helping enough? Now the slider fist wrapped down, but a spear from JT lapping him to a tree. It does go down. That's just a fantastic spear out from JT. Straight into that mid lane for tier 2 tell.
Dyer's structures are fortified. Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
My way! Shadows take us.
Classic in portrait. Hook shot, maybe in from beyond. He'll land perfectly. And that'll be an easy task kill, or will it? The Yules will be there. Flop one, his win. Not the Omni. This is a risky team fight to take. They're gonna try. Without the Ember here, they do get a nice spear off onto Faith Beyond, and he's trapped, but does go down. Emo gonna rush back for the outpost. Arrow playing through does connect on JT. On at the moment, seems just not really able to find an opening yet. We're pushing lanes, getting more items on Sylar. Trying to beat of Sylar in the lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, that's his 10-second charge. Just testing it, could be faulty. It was a 10-second charge point, but we all make mistakes. No. Timing for good player will scout this out. And it's going to be fun, especially with that big hit. They are looping in.
Rock it on.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Try for the hook still. But it is the angle to block IG with this smoke. Left alone, just take the Roche.
Under attack.
Then they let it go. That means an 8 going the way of my the best EHOME could have done. Just keep pull.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
ET looking, he does get the spear off into that arena. Kaka is going to be there with the Walrus Punch. Snowball to control him up.
It's an honorable death.
JT will claim the kill on the Mars once again. Just not really losing control of this game at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
From the get-go. Constant aggression is just always working up. I believe it's only worked out once in these team fights.
Radiant's
Nice
bottom
arrow
tower
from
is
CQ.
under attack. Dyer's middle
They get
tower is
behind
under
an
attack.
attempt. Being there, Tyler,
Radiant's
or
bottom
rather,
tower is under attack.
very, very low fly. Fine. Walk away, nothing to say. It's not to a target, but it
Radiant's
really
bottom
mean too
tower
much.
is under attack.
JT, however, has the arena back up, looking to jump in and initiate for his team. But that bot lane is being pushed in. The T3's gone. Someone's gonna do this, but they're gonna jump in. Snowball. Little's just trying to save from an
Radiant's
12
bottom barracks
out from
are
EHOME.
under
That bot is going down phase beyond. He'll jump in. He'll start the team fight. Sylar, where are the TPs? Emo doesn't have one. JT's on cooldown. Oh. The rack is still not down. They're just going to walk his way back at Sylar. He just doesn't have the siege damage to take out these racks fast enough. But they still get the first T3 tower of the game. That is not good news for IG. And you've got Fly Ags as well on the jug. Yeah, Swift Slash is up. So I'd argue it's scary to what. Fly now can have a bit more chance in this team fight to actually just wait out the Omnium. Up lane, Fly is going to get caught out on the Grimstroke. No chance in hell of getting out of this one. We'll just go down to the Orchid. But they are coming in for me, home.
Under attack.
JT happily inviting them. Silent. Gonna go for TP. That spear was very, very close. Not quite land. High ground is being pinged down again by IG. Land onto JT. He's still on CQ, but has the load of sword, will be fine.
Dire's top tower is under
Another Moonlight Shadow coming in.
Dire's structures are fortified.
IG, they're not backing off, but again, EHOME is speed pushing the mid and the bot lane. Get X'd up into the torrent and the float with the ult down, and this means the Piranha is going to die. The Flea Barracks, they do repair it up. CQ doesn't fight back, and now get hurdled in with the hook shot. Torrent gonna be out with the bonus punch. It's nothing to say, but he's trying to back. He is falling way too low, however. He'll be forced to run it out, and we'll be fine.
Radiant's
The top rack's going down.
fallen.
The bot racks, it still goes down to Sylar, who's not trying these scheme fights, nothing to say she back in, but he just melts. Oh, that was quick.
Bottom barracks have
He didn't have time to run it back.
Regeneration!
Boom! There it goes!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Especially considering they just had the 8th expire. No secondary line. Fly. Shot phase, but trying to start the team fight now. They do get this ink portraits out. It is going to be from JT. It's actually doing a lot of damage right now with the jump illusion. Sylar jumping in with the smoke screen. It's a bit of damage IG need to back out of there. They got the arena, but they did not get the spear on Sylar. Back into the rats. Arrow does stand on Emo, but EHOME, they are struggling to find a way to defend. Now, Omni, Lotus Orb. It was a Swift Slash.
Middle barracks have
It
fallen.
wasn't quite the Omni. The 2 racks is down, EHOME. They did still get the bot lane, so 2 here. And the creep wave is slowly but surely pushing into the base of IG, but EHOME is going to go ahead and clear that out. IG control the map while they have.
Radiant's middle tower
Fade.
is under attack.
Gonna still Fade does smoke in, not to save, does jump into the back lines, trying to go on to the Shadow Demon Ollie. He's still okay though. Meanwhile, one, it does die at the grip stroke, and now, well, it's a full-scale brawl. They do get the Warren's Punch and the Bone to come in. Sylar falling low, nothing, so he does die with no buyback again. And it's looking really bad here for EHOME. The great INGs, they've got nothing to say, or rather, they got the clockwork face beyond. He fine, but single will not. The run does die. Sylar on the run. Arena won't land. Sylar does actually kill off Marker, but at what cost? He'll go after 5 now on the dunk, but he is stuck with the spear and does go down. Back on the island. And Faith is the last one left, and they call GG. ING do manage to take game number 3 up against EHOME.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.